The senators. Tell us your morning story.
Thank you, Mr. Bush. It's been said by Pastor Praise, even by Dr. Martins. Pastor Praise said something that Papa is a leader. He leads by example. And that is exactly what we've been through. But I can remember I came in here, a bachelor.
Oh.
Just as I came in, and then she came around too. So I knew her. And one thing that has really helped is the foundation. It's when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? And so the foundation here, we went through marriage counseling for months. I remember when it got a time, and then we just were making plans to, and then we were asked to take some more months. My wife to be then just said, no, this is not that. I had to go and see Mama and Papa. Mama, God bless you.
Amen.
You give some beautiful advice. Then we had to go through it. Now to the money issue. We've never had any reason to fight about money. But what has helped us is the example Papa and Mama teaches. Like Mom, I can remember. Mama, if you can remember once, he said, you had to cook without oil. You were looking for money to buy salt, to put oil in the rice. And you had to find a way to cook it, and you ate. And so, these examples we followed. At the time, we were freshly married. Yes, I'm an architect, but if commissions are not coming as it should, you definitely have some challenges. And so when it came to our time to do our first child dedication, I remember very well, we never had enough. We never had. So my wife said, hey, what will I be? I said, come on, let's just clean up that you have. Just appear. It's just appear and then get the blessing, dedicate our child. Then we had, was it some tubers of yam? and the fish given by her mom. We just said, let's go. All of a sudden, we just had support from the church here. I remember, can I call her name? Itori Yanko came to help. Then Benedict came around. Papa, remember, as people came, they ate, and it was surplus. How it happened, you know. But it was out of the teachings that we did that. And along the line, while running around and doing my commissions and building here and there, I was just, the little money that was there, which I had opportunity to take home. I just call, I say, come. This is this money. This is for sight. This is my own. If you want to take anything, take that my own. Don't. But I'll go back later. The money I kept for her to touch, she wouldn't even touch. She was so very, what did I use there? Very humble and prudent. Yes, thank you, sir. Prudent to everything. And so along the line, we have been having it like that. Challenges will come, but we make reference to the teachings.
Absolutely.
Papa, thank you so very much.
Let's say it for your wife.
Okay, actually, from the very starting, I can remember my sister-in-law, I think a day to my wedding, because my husband did not really have it. She came to me and said, why do you really want to marry my brother? You have a life ahead of you. Don't do it.
A sister?
Like, yeah, because I was young, actually. So she was like, don't do it. You are still in school. You can still do this. Leave it. I'm like, no, sister. Actually, because one thing that really attracted me to him was honesty. Once he said he's there, if you go, he's there. The money was not really there, but I could see the future. I told him that I want to marry somebody that will be able to talk and boast about his money. Not going to enter into a already ready-made home because I want to know the source of the money. So the sister was, are you sure? I said, yes, sister. So we got married. I went back to school because I was still in Unical. So my husband dropping me, the day he wanted to drop me, I saw some pure water and mineral. I told him, why don't you buy me 1 crate of mineral and 2 bags of pure water? Let me go and start business. Because we needed money to be in the house. So that because what I really need at that time was for him to have food in the house. From there, he will be able to go out to Ozu for his work. Then me, I will go back to school. So he got that, and that was how we started building ourselves. With 1 crate of mineral and 2 bags of pure water. I took it back to Unica with the cooler that my mom gave to me. I started business. So every 2 weeks, I have to time myself. Every 2 weeks, I'll come back to Uyo, cook food, different types of food. His partner then was like, because his partner was holding him and he was into one dubious business that the man was like trying to use his brain. So all the money, the other person would pocket it. and left him with nothing. So, and me already, I saw what was, so I tried to advise him. He was like, leave that thing. So what I wanted was for him to have food. I would go, make that money, come back, make the food, keep in the house for him to have food. Then the child education time, I did not really have it, but because of the small money I was making, I was able to buy shoe. A shoe at Watts Market, got something for myself, then also some things for himself. That child education just went up like that. My mom gave me something, so I told him, okay, since my mom gave us yam, gave us a fish, I think child education is ready. And my dad already has given you some little money for you to use and fix your tire. Maybe we can suspend the tire, use that money, and do this other one. So that was that. So since then, money has not really been an issue to me.
Okay. We're running out of time. I know that many people around the world are waiting to call us, and any moment now, I'll give you the phone lines, and then you can join us. I'm hoping that if it gets too bad, we'll have about 30 minutes of phone calls. But the Ubon Cornels.
Thank you very much. My wife is laughing already because I came into this church as a bachelor, not just a bachelor, I just came out of university. And I straight into church. And I saw the pastor flying. Then Papa used to fly on the pulpit. So, and the first message that he preached to me was from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I never knew such psalm could be a message. So that formed me from that day till today. Papa developed me in such a way that I could stand and I can still stand to challenge anything that comes. Faith. He established faith in me. So when it came to the point that I needed to marry, I went through a lot of objections. From her church to her friends, everybody absolutely rejected me. But I stood. I knew I will marry her. I knew. At a point, Papa confirmed, she is your wife. And asked me to invite her, But I stood firm in faith, prayed, and got this conviction that she is my wife. I did not have money. I did not marry with money. Papa usually teaches us that once you see your wife, if you are working, you don't need all the money in the world to marry. And I was working. And I knew if I can communicate my vision to the woman I want to marry, and she agrees to follow me in that vision, that we will make a great family in the future. So that is exactly what happened to us. I was able to communicate. When we say that Papa is our example, Papa teaches us how to have big mouth. Oh, yes. You see, if you don't get money, you don't get mouth, you go die. So I had to pick that with a lot of things that he used to bring as illustrations. So those illustrations formed my direction towards marriage. And it has been glorious. When it comes to money, I try as much as possible to allow my wife see how much I have. We later had single business. My business becomes her business. Her business becomes my business. So with that partnership that we had planned to have, we saw ourselves going into partnership, not just as bodies, because I call her my body, she calls me my body, that we're friends and partners, but in business, we share the same business ideas. So when we sit down on the table to discuss, we know how our money is coming. We know how we are going to spend our money. It is only once in our marital life that we had a financial challenge that I brought it to Papa. And Papa gave me that money. That is how lovely and understanding a pastor that we have is. It wasn't so much, but I appreciated that gift. Seriously. I told him, I will pay you back. When I brought that money back, he said, I didn't want you to pay back. It was a gift. It was my wife wanted to start a particular business, and we did not have that money at that time because we just finished paying school fees for children. And I came to him, and he gave me that money, and we were very, very grateful. Seriously grateful, Papa. That is how a father should.
Absolutely.
So we've not really had because we with the word of God that Papa teaches us, we cut things. We see things from what we have. We have been very contented. let me put it that way. We are contented in all our lives. So we don't go to schools that we cannot afford. We look at our pocket and we say our children will school here. And we go there, we pay. We don't compete with anybody. We don't address to compete with anybody. We don't want to compare ourselves with any people. What we cannot afford, it is not our own.
Absolutely.
So we live with contentment and we don't really have issues with money.
Okay, boyfriend, I'm going to take up your wife any moment. I'm just wondering, though, she spoke earlier about rejection. People say, no, don't marry her. Even she herself being a bit lackadaisical or nonchalant. She didn't want it. Why were people objecting to you like that? Were you that bad?
Are you asking me or are you asking her?
I'm asking you.
Anyway, I was the youth council chairman
For Akwa Ibom.
for Akwa Ibom State then. And you know, as a youth council chairman, you are in charge of all the small witches, all the cultists. You are, so the people that I control, you know, like the people that will
Very
work
well.
with me.
Yes.
And I brought a lot of them to church, you know. And so people used to see me as if he is this kind of person. Even the person I worked with as my boss in government then, you know, I had a problem with her church. They said the man is not born again. For me to work with that man that is not born again, it means I'm not born again. I brought the case to Global Baba.
Oh, yes.
And he said, I mean, what kind of church will ask that kind of question?
Absolutely.
So the church actually banned every member to attend my wedding. And Papa asked me one question. Have you ever seen when I am joining marriage, I'm asking the pastor of the lady? I said, no. He said, is your suit ready? I said, yes. Is her gown ready? I said, yes. He said, even if you don't have rights to give people, come to church. And that is how we got married.
Okay.